Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday, Kentucky on this Tuesday, the 7th of March.
That it is.
How are we, my friend?
We're hanging in there, trying to stay out of the rain.
It's Tuesday. Yeah. I sort of was laying in bed this morning. It was probably about 4 a.m.
Okay.
And I heard a drizzle. And I thought, I love nothing more. There was the times that I wish I was back home on the farm with the corrugated iron roof. And you can hear it coming down.
Well, you can hear it. If it starts going here, you can hear it very clearly.
Oh, we can hear it.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
We can hear it this morning really coming down. I'm sure you were up at 4 getting ready to watch us.
Getting ready to tune in for Good Morning
Kentucky.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, we were just chatting it up in the newsroom at 4 a.m. and there you are cuddled up.
Cuddled up.
Well, I don't know about cuddled up. I was laying in bed thinking and going through my mind. I don't know, I couldn't sleep.
It's nice to snuggle up in bed, though, with the rain coming
at night
down.
In the summer knocks me
I was a little hot
pretty
last night. I had to actually get up and turn the fan on. Isn't that bad?
It's March, too.
Hey, very quickly, I wanted to touch on this topic. I thought it was really, it was one of the things that I saw last night, and it was one of the things that I was thinking about this morning. Now, 4 years ago, a 27-year-old Q Mei Chen of Taipei, Taiwan, beat breast cancer. But 2 years later, it came back, and this time it has advanced to a terminal diagnosis. So as a present to herself, Chen decided to achieve one of her lifelong dreams, to have a beautiful wedding shoot solo. Chen told Cosmopolitan.com that she loved dressing up, taking photos and feeling beautiful ever since she was a child. Like many of her friends, she dreamed of the day that she would be able to have a glamorous photo shoot of her wedding day, but she was always waiting for the right guy. Look, the reason why I'm saying this is when I saw this story, I just thought, who says you have to have a man to get married or a woman to get married, or who says you have to do that? I love the fact that she knows, God bless her, that she's not going to be around for much longer, that she just went out and did what she wanted to do. And
I think
just
all women, we love to dress up, look nice, take photos, and I mean, she looks gorgeous. I'm sure she felt like a princess for the day, and I think kudos to her. If you want to look great in the wedding dresses, do it. She looks
Probably
good.
got to go through the whole process of picking out the right dress and everything, maybe spending more time with mom and dad in the dress shopping process too, and I think it did turn out great.
Isn't it
I think it's great.
For her.
And the reason why I was saying that, I just thought, you know what? Nothing is unavailable to anyone nowadays in the world. No matter what is going on in your life, you can still have your own dream.
I like this. I love this story.
Oh, did you like that?
Yes, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I'm glad you like that. Jumping over to something that's a little bit more controversial now. Emma Watson, of course, has had a little bit of drama saying that she's not a feminist.
I wanted to get your take on this, as guys. So we all know Emma Watson is a feminist. She's always out there advocating for women. Recently, she posed for Vanity Fair, and she got a lot of backlash for having cleavage exposed, being nearly topless. And women are saying that she cannot, not all women, this is just some of the backlash on social media, attacking her, saying, how can you be a feminist and criticize companies or magazines for sexualizing women, but then you yourself pose sexually provocative in this? As men, what do you guys think? I don't think she's being a hypocrite. I think to be a feminist, she can do whatever she wants.
Well, I was about to ask
you shouldn't be told what to do.
What's your evaluation of a feminist?
My evaluation is just standing up for women and empowering women to do whatever they choose to do. And if she wants to pose like that, she looks great. And I don't think she should be attacked for that. People were just saying she was sexualizing herself by showing the cleavage.
Now, where were these attacks coming from? Other feminists, or where were
Probably
they?
other women.
Now, we don't want to generalize anyone. This wasn't like a community, but it was other women saying, how can you be a feminist? But then there's a lot of support for her, too. So, as guys, what do you guys think? Can you, if you're sexualizing yourself, does it take away from you being a feminist?
There's no set in stone definition of what feminism is. I think everyone has their own opinion of it. There's not a book that says, there's bullet points that say this is what you can and can't do. I think there's more gray area involved in that now lately.
Look, to be honest with you, I feel it's quite interesting, and I've done these type of shows for many years now.
Yeah.
And I've talked about many things, whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me. There's one thing that I love about America: everyone gets to have an opinion.
That's right.
Okay. And she has an opinion on the way she wants to do a photo shoot. Okay, she probably got paid a buckload of money to do it.
Yeah.
She didn't have a problem.
She looks fabulous.
I have to be honest with you. Now, of course, we've blurred out a little bit of the shot here, but it's not that bad. There is worse. The Kardashians do worse. Okay, but that's their choice. What I find interesting is that, you know, you were saying a lot of women were pulling her down. I find it really interesting. I just wish sometimes that women would bond together and not pull each other apart. And this is a conversation that has been going on for many years on these type of shows. Why can't, you know, they're talking about feminism, and feminism is about building the women up and allowing a woman to do as she pleases. But then the minute someone does, you rip them down.
Yeah, and I think
I just find it quite
like what you said. You brought up the Kardashians. I think why Emma Watson is seeing more pushback is because everyone knows the Kardashians exploit sexiness and things like that, but people are saying that Emma Watson, being such a strong feminist, and she's involved in countless charities worldwide, but I think it's sexist to say that then that's all she can do. She can still be sexy too, and volunteer, and be a feminist. She can do everything. So I like that.
I might pronounce her name wrong. The actress comedian Leah Dunham.
Yep.
Dunham. A feminist.
Yeah.
Out there, does crazy things. She's involved, you know, she's full-figured and gorgeous and funny, but she also still gets attacked as well.
Yeah, you know, I think that's interesting. I wish women, but you brought this up kind of last week. We were touching on women being harder on fellow women.
Oh, yeah,
you brought that up, and I think that as feminists, you should try to just encourage women to find their path.
I remember
they feel right.
I had one of my past stations, I was on a panel all with women, and one of them said, never ask your girlfriend how you look. Because you never know what's going to be said. Or she'll tell you, or she'll lie to you, and you go out and you've got, you know, toilet paper on your high heel, or, you know, like and I said to her, do you really feel like that? And she said, I have to be honest with you, Troy, sometimes they attack rather than build each other up. I don't know. Do you think guys do the same?
I think if you had toilet paper, I'd be like, Troy, bro, like, get it together. Women, like I said, I
don't wear a high heel, though.
No, you don't. Well, just to clarify, in case you were wondering. But like I mentioned, kind of going back to girls are harder on each other. My girlfriend in college was in a sorority. I've brought this up before, and I mean, they were hard on each other. And I'm like, how do you guys pretend to be friends and then send them out into the wild for the night?
It's scary.
Oh, but that brings up, remember we saw this past week, Katy Perry was viral online because she went to the iHeart Music Awards. She had quinoa in her teeth, and she went to the red carpet, but no one told her before she went on. Well, so all the pictures showed it. No one told her.
Well, I actually will say to you, a friend of mine, we were at an appointment just recently, and she got home, and she called me and she said, Troy, I had something black at the front of my tooth,
and you didn't
tell me. And I have to be honest with you, I did see it at one point, but she was so busy talking, I couldn't quite get her attention. And I felt bad, because I'm not the... You were the first one. I'll say to you, I'll be in the back room and I'll see you on camera. I'm like, honey, you got to fix the hair.
Yeah, like, Troy did that during Good Day yesterday. He ran out into the studio and fixed my hair.
Yeah, like I just think we should all help each other.
It's always nice to have another set of eyes on it.
It definitely is.
Hey, what I find really interesting is the topic that you're discussing is success and how you can build for it or be against it.
Or just
in your
kind
life.
of plateau. So obviously we've had this discussion. Success not raised by monetary success, I guess, whatever, you know, monetary gains, but it could be measured, you know, socially or personally. Maybe you got into a new relationship, maybe you got promoted at work, but mainly what this article is getting at is there's so much that could work against you from prohibiting you from actually succeeding. Like, I think we've all fallen guilty of this. You kind of just fall into a rut, you're complacent, nothing's great, but nothing's bad, and you're kind of like, well, this isn't, you know, why not just stay in this little safety bubble of mine?
Okay. So what do we do?
You got to act to get out of it.
You're saying that money doesn't mean success.
It can to some people. I don't think
it depends 100%. On what your interpretation is.
Correct.
Okay.
Most of the studies that I've read say that after $65,000 worth of income, they don't see a drastic flux in happiness. Because once you make that amount, they say you're comfortable in terms of bills.
65,000.
They say 65,000, and above that, there's not a big gap in happiness.
I reckon I could have quite a big gap if I was earning $1 million a year. I could buy quite a bit of happiness.
I don't know.
but
you know what, 100,000, you're comfortable too.
Yeah.
So I think then they're saying there's outside factors. From once you get to that amount, if you're in a relationship, you like your family, you have other things going on in your life.
And it depends also if you're a single income family with no kids or like,
right. For a single person,
there's so many factors when it comes to this type of success. So let's go down and discuss what you wanted to bring up about it.
And there's other ones that can, be outlying factors. Like maybe you have a friend or something that's constantly kind of, pulling back on your strings, but carefully balance the essential things in your life. Maybe as simple as dieting. Choose wisely who you spend your time with. I'm fortunate to hang out with you guys for an hour every day. Obviously
just an hour?
Well,
I sort of feel you're hanging around the whole day.
Oh, just lingering. Just doing my laps around the studio. But yeah, I think this is the one that I kind of highlighted first. Some people could essentially drag you down. Do not fear change. Have courage in your success and goals. What you deem success can be wildly different from what someone else thinks is you being successful. So don't let them factor in there.
I agree.
And the list goes on. Maybe we go out to eat a lot. You eat unhealthy. Does that mean that I have to eat unhealthy?
No, but you are a reflection of who you hang around.
100%
That's the way. I remember when I first started my hairdressing salons in Australia, most of my friends were older and most of my friends were successful. And someone said to me one day, I was the youngest person in Australia on the Chamber of Commerce. I just felt I needed to be part of that. And someone said, why do you always hang around with older people?
Yeah.
And I said, I hang around them because I want to learn. I want to educate myself as someone who didn't get to go to college.
Yeah, that's
and
great.
I really felt it was important who I was around.
A lot of knowledge and the fact that they were willing to take you on under their wing and share
and
that knowledge.
They really did
Speaks
guide
volumes,
me.
absolutely.
Yeah. And they were very wise in telling me things that I would not have known. And how would you know? You're buying your first business at 21 and not really knowing that I had to pay tax for the first year. There were a lot of things that I did.
Little details like that.
This is what I thought really quickly, and I thought this is something for when you get to your 40s. You're a little way off just yet, all right?
A ways.
Eric's got the big 3-0 coming
middle
up this
age
year.
gets a bum rap. Sure, when you get older, your testosterone slips, your hangovers sting a little more, and you have to really start listening to your doctor during your yearly checkups.
All
right? But you know what? Putting your health in the rear view, your youth, I should say, in the rear view mirror also means you're wealthier, you let less stuff upset you, and you're probably in a better place where you can have a lot more fun. And one of the best perks of getting older is gaining wisdom.
Going back to that one again.
Gaining wisdom. The difference between confidence and arrogance. This is what only men in their 40s really should know. So they say, this latest study, the difference between confidence and arrogance. There really is a fine line between confidence and arrogance, basically saying it's 40-somethings who have the life and dating experience who appreciated the difference between the two.
Well, I think the day comes when you notice you are not invincible. Things can happen to you.
You think that happens in your 40s?
I think that's part of it. I think it honestly happened a little earlier for me.
I have to say to keep learning. Number 2 is to keep learning. A 40-something has to come to appreciate that he needs to keep acquiring education, whether that's updating his skills for work or simply boosting dinner party skills. I think that's quite true.
Picking up a new hobby, why not?
Number 3, that family comes first. And I've always said that, a man should get married, and I'm not saying that all men should, but I think men do mature a lot later in life than what women do. And they were basically saying that a focus on what is important extends to personal relationships as well. Life in your 40s can throw big changes your way without warnings. And in your 40s, you can seem to accept them a lot more and deal with them a lot better.
I like it. I need an older man.
Yeah, we've got one more up there. That friendships take work. Hello. In your 40s, I think you do find it harder to find friends because if you've been a bachelor, my friend, and up until you're 40, you've got bachelor friends and most of your high school buddies are probably married, they've got the kids, and all of a sudden, you're no longer getting invited to the dinner party because you're the ruckus guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think just with age comes more responsibility, even if it's not dependence or a relationship. Just so much comes with it.
We're going to put that up on our Facebook page. We'd love all our female viewers out there to
comment,
tell us what
know.
you think about men in their 40s and what if you think that this is something that they should take heed to. Hey,